The story of Jonah, a tale of doubt, disobedience, and redemption. In the ancient land of Israel, there lived a prophet named Jonah. God spoke to Jonah, saying, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me." But Jonah was hesitant. He didn't want to go to Nineveh, fearing the people would not listen and might even harm him. Instead, Jonah decided to flee from God's presence. He boarded a ship bound for Tarshish, thinking he could escape the Lord's command. As the ship set sail, Jonah fell into a deep sleep, exhausted from his journey. But God was not pleased with Jonah's disobedience. He sent a mighty storm upon the sea, causing the waves to crash against the ship. The sailors on board were terrified, praying to their gods and throwing cargo overboard to lighten the ship. Jonah, however, remained asleep, unaware of the chaos around him. The captain of the ship shook Jonah awake, saying, "What are you doing sleeping? Get up and call on your God. Maybe he will take notice of us so that we will not perish." The sailors then drew lots to determine whose fault it was that they were facing this disaster. The lot fell to Jonah. "Tell us, who is responsible for this disaster?" the sailors asked Jonah. "What is your occupation? Where do you come from? What is your country? From what people are you?" Jonah replied, "I am a Hebrew and worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land." He confessed that he was running from God's command, and the sailors realized that the storm was a result of Jonah's disobedience. "What shall we do to you to make the sea calm down for us?" they asked Jonah. Jonah knew that the only way to calm the storm was for him to be thrown overboard. With a heavy heart, he said, "Pick me up and throw me into the sea, and it will become calm. I know that it is my fault that this great storm has come upon you." The sailors were reluctant to throw Jonah into the sea, but after praying to God and realizing that Jonah's words were true, they reluctantly did so. As soon as they threw Jonah into the sea, the storm subsided, and the sailors were filled with great fear and reverence for the Lord. Meanwhile, Jonah was swallowed by a huge fish that God had prepared. Inside the fish's belly, Jonah prayed to God, saying, "In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead I called for help, and you listened to my cry." After 3 days and 3 nights, the fish spit Jonah out onto dry land. God spoke to Jonah again, saying, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you." This time, Jonah obeyed. He went to Nineveh and proclaimed, 40 more days and Nineveh will be overturned." The people of Nineveh believed God. They declared a fast and put on sackcloth, from the greatest to the least. Even the king rose from his throne, took off his royal robes, and sat. Was clear, let everyone call urgently on God. Let them give up their evil ways and their violence. When God saw their actions, he relented and did not bring upon them the destruction he had threatened. Jonah, however, was disappointed that God had spared the city. He had wanted to see the destruction of Nineveh, not its salvation. Despite Jonah's reluctance, the story of Nineveh's repentance stands as a testament to God's mercy and love. It shows that even the most wicked people can turn to God and receive forgiveness. And it reminds us that God's ways are not our ways, and his mercy is beyond our understanding. The story of Jonah teaches us valuable lessons about obedience, repentance, and God's sovereignty. May we learn from Jonah's experiences and apply these lessons to our own lives. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Bible study. Don't forget to share with your loved ones.